What's up, guys? The AFC playoff bracket has finally been determined, and I just want to make a quick video on it. So, the AFC playoff bracket is as follows: the Colts will play at Buffalo, the Browns will play at Pittsburgh, and the Ravens will play at Tennessee. The number one seed is the Kansas City Chiefs. They'll have home field advantage no matter what. The Buffalo Bills are the number two seed. They'll have home field advantage throughout the playoffs unless they have to play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. And the Colts will be playing in Buffalo. So the Colts are a super good team. They have a strong run game that's really coming alive here at the end of the year. Jonathan Taylor's a rookie and he is balling out of his mind right now. Nakeem Hines is right behind him. He's a stud running back as well. Their offensive line is really good. T.Y. Hilton is coming into his own at the end of the year here. Phillip Rivers is a veteran quarterback, and their defense is really good. The Colts, they had the top ranked defense for most of the year. So a strong run game and a strong defense is always good in the playoffs. As for the Bills, they're not going to be easy matchup for the Colts. They're one of the hottest teams in football right now. Josh Allen is on par to be an MVP top candidate, at least top three consideration. The wide receivers are playing good. Stephon Diggs is leading the league in catches and yards. Um, the running game is not the strongest point, but we got John Brown back. Cole Beasley's hurt, but Isaiah McKenzie today had two receiving touchdowns, a punt return touchdown. The special teams is looking good. The defense is gelled. It's looking great. The run defense is a lot stronger. So that'll be the interesting matchup when with the Bills and the Colts will be, can Buffalo contain Jonathan Taylor and spread that Colts defense out? I mean, I don't think any defense in the league can cover all the wide receivers that Buffalo has. They got Gabe Davis as a rookie, and he is balling this year. I think he has 8 touchdowns on the season. Um, like I said, John Brown is back. Cole Beasley might be in the game, and that offense is just going to be hard to stop. Moving on to the Browns and the Steelers, that should be an interesting game as well because it's a divisional rivalry. They played each other twice this year already, so this is the third matchup. Um, Obviously, today the Steelers benched Big Ben, T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, like the important starters, and they still gave the Browns a run for their money. But the Browns also are missing key starters, especially in the secondary, and especially Denzel Ward, who is an absolute stud cornerback. So this matchup will be interesting because it's a divisional rivalry. They're always going to be tight. They know each other so well. They played each other so much twice this year already. And what it really is going to come down to is, who's healthy and who's feeling good. Like, is Big Ben rested? He got his bye week that the Steelers have been complaining about all year. They wanted a bye week. The Titans kind of did them dirty. They finally had a chance to rest Big Ben and rest Cam Hayward, T.J. Watt, some important players that have been playing super hard. And the Browns, in a sense, got a little rest for some of their guys, but I don't know if they'll be able to play. They'll have to play on a Saturday night game, I believe, is the soonest that Denzel Ward can come back. So, but as for these matchups, they've already played twice this year. The first matchup was on October 18th, and the Steelers won 38-7. Since then, the Steelers have kind of slowed down. Big Ben, his arm has looked questionable the last month, and the Browns managed to win today. Um, so we'll be looking forward to that matchup and see what happens there. Honestly, probably getting a lot of Nick Chubb, and it's going to be a test for the Browns to try to cover all those wide receivers because the Steelers have 4 or 5 good wide receivers in, Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, and Juju's pretty good. He's not the fastest, but he's got sure hands. He's a great blocker, and really they have all the weapons at their disposal. The Browns will really need those secondary pieces back. And moving on to the Ravens Titans. Now, this is a rematch from last year's AFC NFL divisional matchup. And in that game, the Titans pretty much ran through the Ravens. Derrick Henry took Earl Thomas, flipped him around, used him as a fullback, and they kind of just out physicaled the Ravens. in a 28-12 victory. And they did face earlier this year. The Titans came out with a 30-24 win over the Ravens. So history is on the Titans' side. However, John Harbaugh is no chump. He's a veteran coach. He's been to Super Bowls. He's won one, and he's as good as they come at scheming against other teams. I think Derrick Henry, honestly, I don't know if he's not tired at this point, he's not hurt, then he's an absolute freak of nature, which I already know he is. But that man has been running for 200 yards a game and just getting 30 totes and just getting lit up by everyone's hitting him as hard as they can, trying to bring him down. He's got to feel pretty beat up at this point, and that's going to be a bloodbath. The Ravens Titans game. It's a big physical matchup. So going on to what would happen, the different scenarios. Theoretically, if the Bills win their wild card game and the Steelers win their wild card game, then the Chiefs will host the lowest remaining AFC seed after the wild card round. So so if the Bills and the Steelers, which are the 2 and 3 seed, both won theoretically, the Chiefs would then play the winner of the Titans Ravens game, which is interesting. And if you say that the Chiefs would come out on top of that just by the seeding, and you say that the Buffalo Bills would come out on that just by the seeding against the Steelers, then you would have a potential Chiefs Bills matchup in the AFC Championship game. And if the Colts beat the Bills, since they're the 7th seed, they would play the Chiefs no matter what, and they'd play in Kansas City. So whoever the lowest seed is, and right now the Colts and the Browns are the 7 and 6 seed. So if either of them won and the 7th seed lost, then the Browns would play the Chiefs. And if the Steelers and the Bills both win, then the Chiefs would play the winner of the Titans Ravens game. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to break it down real quick since everything's all set in stone for the AFC playoff side of things. Right now, the NFC is in play. It's the Washington football team's playing, and if they win, they lock it up, and then that side is all set on the NFC. So just want to make a quick video on it. Peace.